A has a dot plot from degrees from 30 degrees to 90 degrees. Remember, when we are calculating the MAD, the mean absolute deviation, we are looking at how far each point is from the mean. Well, we know that the mean of city A, we're going to say this is 63 degrees, okay? So what's the mean of this city? Because where are all of our dots?
All the dots are at probably 64?
Well, they're all on, we're calling this what? What do we call it next?
63.
So where are all of our dots?
They're
They're all on what?
on 60 and 60.
Just on 60 what? What I say?
63.
Very good. They're all on 63. So our mean is 63. Now, to find our MAD, our mean absolute deviation, we need to say how far away are these dots from the mean? Hales, they're all on 63. So how far away are they?
Can I look and count?
Well, let's take a look at it. Do you need to count anything?
Can I tell the class?
You may tell the time.
Okay, guys. As Mrs. Hibbing says, here's the figure. There's 12 of them up there, guys.
There's 12 dots, but here's what I'm asking you.
What are you asking me?
How far away are all these dots from 63?
Let's see.
Look. No. Who can help her out? How far away are they from 63?
Yeah, Mrs. Hibbing said.
Jonathan, how far away are they from 63?
Like,
If they're all on 63, what did Mrs. Moberly say?
they're only 0 away.
They're all 0 away. Very good.
0.
So if I was
See,
going to
guys?
find... Very good. Okay, have a seat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Emerson.
So look, they're all...
Look.
Look. Okay, I need everybody to focus. Look, they're all... Every one of these is 0 away. Remember how she was drawing these lines? They're all 0 away. So if I'm going to add all these up to find my mean absolute deviation, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0
Is
plus 0
0.
is what? Is 0. Okay?
0 plus.
So my MAD is what?
0?
Is 0. Very, very good. For city A. All right, let's keep track of these over here.
Can I teach
So is our variability pretty close? Yeah, because all of our data was in one point, right? Okay, so let's look.
And also it is all 0, so it's pretty obvious it is going to be... Don't erase Miss Evingson's name.
I will not erase her name.
Good.
Okay. So let's take a look at city B. So on city B, we know our mean, our paper tells us that our mean is 63 degrees for every single one of these cities. So we know that ahead of time, so we don't have to calculate that every time. What we're really focusing on is the MAD. City B, we've got 1, 2, 3 dots on 54. We've got 1 dot on 58, or we're going to call this 58, yeah. We've got 4 dots on 64. We've got 1 dot on 67. And we've got 3 dots on 72. Okay? Okay, so we're going to call this 53, 58, 64.
How much time till specials?
Just about an hour, okay? 67 and 72. Let's call it that. Okay, so now we need to think, what is our mean? Jordan.
63.
Okay, so now we need to look and we need to say, okay, how far from 63, which remember she said let's draw 63 right here. What symbol do we put underneath that
We put a
to represent the mean?
triangle.
You were doing also.
See, I'm good at this kind of stuff.
I am so
now.
glad. That's awesome. Okay, so let's start over here. How far away is 72 from 63? Go ahead, Max.
It's 9.
Okay, so remember I'm going to draw these wonderful things. 9. How many of those do I need to do though?
You need to,
How many times do I need to do that? Good.
you need to do it twice. So
Well, how many
you
dots do I have here?
need 2,
No, 1, 2.
3.
So I need to do that all 3 times because I need to remember that every one of these data points counts. Okay? So that's 9, and that's 9. All right, Jonathan. Now I've got 1 dot on 67, Jonathan. How far away is 67 from 63?
That's 4.
That's 4, excellent. So I'm going to keep track of my data up here as I'm writing it down. So I think that'll just keep me a little more organized.
And you'll see them right now.
And very good. Okay, and then Hales, we have 4 dots on 64. How far away are those dots from 63?
I think they're like out now.
Let's think about that. How far away is 64 from 63? How many numbers?
Back up and count.
Yeah, you can go back and count.
63 from 64.
Yep. So,
Okay, guys, how far is 63 from 64? So 63 and 64 is 1 distance away. So, guys, I need to remember. And plus, here's a tip, guys. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 times anything equals 0.
Thank you for the
Zero
tip.
plus
Thank
divide minus
Okay.
or anything.
so here we go. So she's saying these are 1. So we've got 1, 1, 1, and 1. So I'm going to add those to my data points. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay?
Wait, how many
And
ones are there?
there are 4, because do you see where I got that? Because there's 4 dots. Okay, and then Max, how far away is 58 from 63?
Let's see. 5.
Awesome.
5 is my favorite number.
7 is my lucky number, and I just got that for softball this year.
Okay, and last but not least, Jonathan, how far away is 53 from 63?
10.
Oh, that's a big jump. So we've got 10,
That's a really good one.
10, and 10. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 3 times.
Wow, we have a
Now,
lot of numbers.
we have a lot of numbers in this data set. So now, what we're going to do is we are going to add these up. Okay, so did anyone, let me grab a calculator. Because we'll go ahead and use,
Okay, guys.
did you get everyone a calculator? Thank you. So, remember, we're finding the mean absolute deviation. So we are finding out what is the variability of city B. So we need to find the mean of these numbers. So what do we do with all these numbers to find the mean? Jordan?
We add them all together and then divide it by how many numbers there are.
How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so go ahead on your calculator.
Oh, I didn't explain my
What we've got some. I want you to add all these numbers up and divide by 12.
Hey, can I get a drink real quick?
You can hurry, grab a drink real quick.
I need to drop
You're doing a great job. So add all those up, divide by how many numbers there are. That's going to give us our MAD, or our mean absolute deviation.
I got an ugly number.
You know what? And did Mrs. Mobley say we're going to get ugly numbers? She did. She did. And who else got an ugly number? Let's see if we all get the same ugly number.
I got a 7. This one.
Is this when you added it all up? And then you need to divide by what? Let me see your ugly number. Let me see your ugly number. We all got the same ugly number, so is that probably right?
That is right.
Good job.
What if we all got the same?
So
and it was
we're gonna round because our ugly number was 5.8 repeating. So we're gonna put our MAD up here for city B is 5.83 repeating. Okay? All right. Moving on to city C.
Miss Gimmel, this is just like the calculator I have.
Good.
See, I'm taking some notes in my notebook so I
love
can remember.
That you're doing that.
See?
I'm gonna keep our why am I gonna keep our triangle under 63? Why do you think, Jonathan? Because that's the what?
Mean.
That is the mean. And that reminds me where I have to make my jumps from. All right, so city C. We are starting at 57, and I've got 1, 2, 3 dots there. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna go to 62. It's gonna be right here. Hard to fit in.
You know you're good at this stuff, Mrs.
Oh,
Goodman.
thank you.
Even though we're videotaping, you're still good at it. Sorry.
That's all right.
I just had to get it out.
That's okay.
And we are not videotaping. Jordan just.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Here we go. There's 4 dots above 64. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and there's a dot above 71. Trying to fit them in there. And a dot above 74. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, this is the last one we're going to do on the board. I'm going to have you do the next couple on your own, all right? So really, let's focus in so that we make sure we know how to do this. All right, so here's our mean. Let's start with our 74. I'm going to do my lines on the bottom this time because it doesn't matter, right? It's wherever you have the best room to work. Jonathan, how far away is 74 from 63?
74 from 63.
Yep.
That's 1.
Think for one more second, bud. Oh, I didn't mean to erase it. 74 to 63.
Oh. Whoops. 11.
Good, 11. Okay, and remember, I like to keep my data right away up here because sometimes it gets a little compact down here.
See, I'm writing my data on a clean sheet of paper.
That's awesome. Max, how far is 71 from 63?
Eight.
Very good. So there's my next data point is 8. All right, and so now I had 4 dots at 64. How far, Jordan, is 64 from 63?
2.
And one more time. 64 to 63.
1.
Okay, good. That's all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All of those are 1. So how many 1s do I need to add up to my data point? How many? If there were 4 dots.
8.
If there were 4 1s,
4.
I need to do it 4 times. Okay, and then I have 62. Jonathan, how far is 62 from 63?
1.
So there's 3 of those. So how many times do I need to do that? I kind of went under. Our graph is really tight, so if we were to do this again, I would probably make a bigger graph. Okay, and last, Hales, how far away is 57 from 63?
Can I come up?
You may.
Okay, guys. 57 from 63. It's 6 ways away.
Awesome.
6 away.
Awesome. Thank you. Good.
Thanks, Miss Emmington. You're awesome
You can
at
go ahead and
math.
have a seat. Good job.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so there's 3 of these dots. So we're going to say this is 6, and this is 6, and this is 6. So we need to add 6 3 times.
I did that.
All right, so now we're ready. We don't have any more data points for City C. So what do we need to do next? Go ahead, Jordan. Tell everybody what you need to do.
Well, this is Miss Mariana, actually. Anyway, so you would take 11 plus 8 plus 1 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 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, and then divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Right, so everybody do that on their calculator. Tell me what you get. I'm going to divide that all by 12.
Okay. You add them always, right? We always add them, right?
You always add them when you're finding the mean.
So, can I get them up on the board?
Why don't you add them up on your calculator and then tell us what you get and you can write it on the board.
Okay. 1 plus 1 plus 1.
Did you remember these? This is an 11.
I got.
So let's see what you got. Did you divide by what?
Oh, divide by.
Okay, hold it still. Okay, good job.
By 12?
Hold that. Keep that number. Yep, divide by 12.
Another ugly number.
Another ugly number. Well, what did Mrs. Moberly say? Ugly numbers are?
Rounded.
They're okay. They're okay though,
They're
right?
okay, but we